Kelvin Dark is the principal and co-founder of RC Communications, a branding and media relations firm based here in Washington, D.C. Kelvin, welcome back. What do you make of this trip by the U.S. president? Where is the U.S.-UK special relationship right now?
Well, I think you can say the relationship is complicated. I know that the purpose is for the 75th commemoration of D-Day, but given what's going on with the UK, with Brexit, this is Prime Minister May's last week, they're trying to figure out what's their relation with the EU. This is not the time for anything but delicate political dealings with their biggest, our most important partner, the U.S., and Donald Trump is not known for delicate political dealings. So it's going to be interesting.
And what do you make of the back and forth, the accusation, the president's comment on the Duchess? He said certain words, but he said he didn't say those words. What do you think the British people and the British government would feel about that?
Well, I think it was really kind of very characteristic Donald Trump, because he said it on tape, said he didn't say it, and then, of course, we all heard the tape. But I think it shows just how he recognizes who's popular, because he rarely apologizes or backtracks, and he understands just how popular the Duchess of Sussex is in the UK and in the US. So the fact that he's even pushing back on that shows that he realizes there are some lines he will not cross, or he won't be able to make anything positive out of this trip.
Yeah, we're looking at the live pictures where Donald Trump met with Theresa May, who is the outgoing prime minister. This is her last week, as you mentioned. But President Trump weighed in, or he tried to weigh in, on the Conservative Party's election, which could produce the next prime minister of the UK.
Yes, and I think that that's going to be one of the biggest faux pas that we're going to see over the next couple of days, is because Donald Trump is not shy about expressing his political opinion in this country or in another country, particularly in the UK. And given that he has very strong but not favorable opinions about how they should get out of Brexit at a time when there isn't a consensus in the UK with how they should deal with Brexit, I don't think that President Trump going in tipping the scale, so to speak, in what he believes would be the best for the UK is going to at all help the situation.
And let's turn to China. The United States and the UK, they don't necessarily see eye to eye on how to deal with China. Huawei is a case in point. Belt and Road Initiative is another thing that I can think of, where London is more supportive of China's initiatives, so working with China. But this U.S. administration has been very firm, antagonistic, if you will, against China. Where do you think those two countries will be regarding how to deal with China?
Well, I think what the UK is doing towards China is more pragmatic and is more of a recognition of how global dynamics are. You got to remember, from Donald Trump's point of view, he's been saying for his whole business and political career that China had been taking advantage of the US. And I think that that kind of antiquated mentality dominates how he's dealing with China, with the trade war, and with how he thinks other countries should work with China. So I think that hopefully when he's in the UK, President Trump can get a little bit of a dose of UK pragmatism and how both countries should deal with China.
And where is the US-UK alliance?
Well, I think, and you probably saw with the mayor of London, Sadiq Khan had a very forceful op-ed, very hard on Trump, not just because of his opinions about Brexit or the leadership with the prime minister, but also some of the things he's done with regards to Muslims around the world, even immigrants at our own southern border. But even he said that the UK-US relationship will remain strong and that it can't be done or undone by one president who sits in the office. And I think that that's very important to kind of remember, that over the next few days, we are definitely going to see some news cycles of something President Trump's going to do. But in the long term, I think US-UK relations will remain strong.
Kelvin Dark, thanks so much for your perspectives.
Thank you.